I'm going to walk to you randomly and I'll ask you for some ideas because I'll need that for the app we're building today, okay? Like I said, we're building an app today in real time, okay? So is there anybody here who has always wanted to build an app? Maybe an app is on your heart. There's this business you want to start and then you've been looking for a way to build an app to do that, but these programmers are charging you so much. They are charging like 100,000 Ghana cedis for a simple app. And I know that the developers here will not be happy with me, but I'll say it anyway. So we're going to use AI to do what a developer would have taken months to do. We're going to do it in 20 minutes. Like I said, you can time me. In 20 minutes, we're building an app. So I'm going to come to you randomly for some ideas. Who do I go to? Hello. Please, can she get a mic? You know, you can give me the mic so I will take it everywhere. Thank you. Hi, please help us with your name.
Hello, my name is Mariam.
Mariam, nice to meet you, Mariam. Mariam, can you give us an idea of an app you'd want to build?
That's a website.
A website, nice. What kind of website? For your business. What kind of business do you do? Come again? Documentation services. What's that like? Can you give us some background on it?
Like affidavits.
Affidavits, okay. And what? Notarization. Nice. So affidavits, notarization, and you want a website, right? Okay, good. Now, what are the fundamentals of building a website? Anybody here can help me. Just give me a tip. What do you think, if I want to build a website, what are the things that I have to first consider? Right now, we have some context, right? We have the fact that it's going to be a website, and we also know that it's for notarization, documentation services, and affidavits and whatnot. So where do we start? Mohammed, do you want to help me? We're building a website. You're coming. Okay, who wants to help me? We're building a website. Do you want to help me? You have no idea. So no one here has built a website before? Nobody? Come again? Okay, all right. So we're going to build a website, and then to build a website, first of all, you need copy, like text, right? The text that's going to go on the website. And then you need to decide what platform you're going to use because there are so many platforms we use for building websites. There's WordPress. Anybody heard of WordPress? You know WordPress. There's Webflow. There's Framer. Or if you are hardcore, you can just code it from scratch. That one is entirely up to you, depending on how flexible you want it and how fast you want it done, okay? All right, so good. We're going to build a website. So now, before that, has everybody got their ChatGPTs open? You all have it open, right? So now let's ask the AI nicely to develop our CV for us, okay? So please go ahead and give your AI a personality, depending on what you do, okay? So let's say I'm a graphic designer. What I'm going to write is, act as a senior graphic designer. So if you are into documentation, so act as a senior documentation specialist. Are we following? So please proceed to put that inside the ChatGPT, but don't press enter. We are building our prompt, okay? So give it a personality first and say act as a so and so. Yeah, depending on what your CV is, okay? Like I said, I'm a graphic designer, so I'll say act as a senior graphic designer. If you are a makeup artist, act as a senior makeup artist, right? So let me know when you're done.
So what is an app like?
Yeah, so you're inside ChatGPT. You can use your phone, yeah, as long as you have access to ChatGPT, I have no problem. Okay, so you are done, right? You are done asking ChatGPT. Don't press enter. Once you are done typing, you wait because we are building a prompt. So we are giving a personality, act as a so and so, right? So the next thing is, I want to draft a CV that I can use for so and so, depending on what you are doing. So I want a high profile CV to use for the corporate environment. So I want a high profile CV. I want a high profile CV to use for the corporate environment. So now we started giving it background, right? Yeah, first of all, you introduce who the ChatGPT should be, because that's what you want it drafted as. Yes, in a corporate environment. You're giving a background, right? So you want to use it for so and so. Just get as creative as you can, okay? Give it as, you can see, the AI performs as much as the information you give it. So the more context you give it, the better your outcome or the result, okay? So over here, the example says, I'm applying for a graduate role in marketing at a Ghanaian bank. That's context. So now the AI knows that, you know, this person wants me to act as this, and the person wants this kind of CV, right? So the more information you give the AI, the better. So over here it says, I'm applying for a graduate role in marketing at a Ghanaian bank. First of all, we've mentioned the country, right? Ghanaian. So if it's going to do something, it's not going to do it in dollars. Do you understand? It's going to do it in what? Cedis, because it's all Ghanaian here. So the more descriptive you are, the better your outcome. And this is the key at getting a good prompt for AI to generate the best results. Okay? And it says graduate role. So that means that somebody who has just finished school, you are giving it more context, right? So I'm trusting that you're already giving it context behind your screens, right? Now, let's move on to the final part, which is formatting. How do you want the CV to be done? How do you want it done? There are so many ways people do CVs, right? Depending on the organization that is hiring. There are so many ways, right? But what I do, what works best for me is, if I have a CV that I already like, whether in PDF format or as an image, I upload it into ChatGPT and say, using this as reference, generate so and so for me. And then I press enter. So you can feel free to do that, press enter, and I'll come around and check what it has done for you. But you see, if you are doing a CV, you need to tell the AI about yourself. I am this, I finished school at this, I finished at this year, I am this years old, although people don't put their age in CV. But I have experience here, I worked here from 2009 to 2000 and this. More context, better results. Because when you give it more context, you come back and say, oh, I forgot. Can you make the year this and that? Because you've already planned your context. Another trick I use is, because I don't use ChatGPT for like my serious work, I use Claude. So what I do is, I go to ChatGPT and tell it the raw data and tell it to give me a prompt that I will use in Claude. So I'm using AI on AI. Because it is the ChatGPT can refine my text better than I can. You understand? And you know how the AI works. The AI is not smart. It's just advanced. There's a difference. The reason it's advanced is it has information to data that you don't have. It has been fed with data that humans have put in online for years. You know, all these years, right? AI was in development. That's why I told you that Grammarly is an OG, an old timer. It's been there before the AI started making noise, all this buzz about AI. Grammarly was doing that already. Summarizing your text, correcting your text. It's not magic. It's been happening because it has information out there, libraries, dictionaries, data from, and then it was compiling that. And today, you see that when you ask something, immediately it gives you a response. It's because it already has that information in its database. And I'll give you a fun fact. Do you know what is used to power these AI machines? Do you know what sustains them? Water. Water. The machines are submerged inside water. Water. And it uses millions of liters of water per month. So the more you are generating, the more water is being consumed. You understand? The more, you can research it, you can look it up. It uses water. Yes, it uses electricity and all that, but what powers it is water. Because you see, the heat and the amount of pressure this thing is generating, it needs to cool down. When you go to server rooms, you see it's very cold, right? The ACs and everything, they are hot. What is the AI is doing today? We need water, right? So that's just a fun fact, by the way. Are you done with putting the information in there?
No, we are not done.
You're not done, eh? Okay, let me start building the environment for the app. are we done? Okay, let me check yours out. Okay, so you already had an existing CV, you put it there and you told it to modify it for you. So act like an editor, I want a high profile CV to use for the corporate environment, use the attached document as reference. So let's go through. So what did it do differently? You are yet to see. Okay, I'll give you a minute to go through, I'll come back to you. Okay, what did you do? Okay, let me see your prompts. Oh, nice. So you gave it the year you completed school, you told it the school you went to, the year you went through, and the current state in which you are. And you also said, okay, that's where you want to work, or that's where you work?
No, that's like example.
That's an example. Are you sure it's not where you want to work? Because they pay a lot there. Okay, so yeah, that's good. I like the prompt. So when you're done, I'll take a look at the finished work. Anybody else? Is anybody else done? Anybody? Yeah. Okay. Oh, this is very detailed. My boss, you have worked a lot. Can you please go up? Let me see. Can you scroll up? I want to see your prompts.
Want to see
the prompts?
The prompts.
Yeah. Act as a senior banking officer, high profile CV.
Different prompts. I used one here because my CV is on my phone as well. So.
Oh, okay. Nice. I like the generations I'm seeing so far. So that means that we understand the prompting, right? We understand how important prompting is. Okay. There are things like lazy prompts. Generate a CV for me to use. There's no context, no background, no information. It will generate something that is most likely not relatable to you at all. You find yourself in a banking space and it's generating something for somebody who is into arts, right? Because it doesn't have any context. But you know, the thing with ChatGPT is when you create an account and while you're using it, per the information you are giving it over time. Right now, if I should go into the platform, right, especially ChatGPT, and I say, generate a pricing list for me. Do you know what to tell me? It will say, as a cybersecurity person and a designer, this is what I was able to generate based off of what designers and cybersecurity people charge. What has it done? It has built my portfolio. It has built my personality. It knows me now. So now when I ask for something, it's able to pull data from the past prompts that I gave, collate them, and then give me the best outcome. That's why it's important to give the AI context on what you do. Now, on the flip side, I always go back to cybersecurity. I know we are very particular about our private information and personal information going out there. The truth of the matter, I'll be very honest with you. Nothing about you is private today. Give up that mentality. It's gone. Your privacy disappeared in 2020. It's gone, right? But what you can do is you can still mitigate the risk, okay? Know that the AI only works with what is available to it. So what you put online, you know the case study I gave you of the $25 million going because there was a threat actor who posed as it's called deepfake technology, okay? Using deepfake technology to siphon $25 million from a company. Why? The person has videos on YouTube. He innocently started his YouTube channel and he's doing his videos. But somebody collected all that information and fed it into the AI. So the question today is, where is your image? What are you putting out there online? Where are your pictures? Where are your videos? Where's your personal information? You on Facebook, you graduated, you posted it there, everybody congratulated you. Great. But that's information that's available online. It's there. So it will definitely be used at some point, whether for good or for malice. But you can't control that. What you can't control is what you put out there. So that's just what I'm telling you as a cybersecurity person. So I'm going to put that back and let's get back to enjoying the AI, which also is the problem. Okay, now we're going to move on to, so you see here, I've opened my Claude platform and we're going to build a website right now. Okay, but you're going to help me prompt this website based on the little we've learned about how to prompt. So we have context. We're building a website. Context 1. Context 2. It is a documentation website. So they offer services like notarization. I'm sure you do affidavits as well, right? Affidavits and whatnot, licensing and all of that. We have all these three contexts, right? And we want to put ourselves out there. Another context is it is based in Ghana, right? Or yeah, international. Ghana. All right. So it's locally based, and that's context 4. Okay. So let's go ahead and prompt it. All right. Okay. So now another thing I want to mention with Claude, it has 3 different modes, right? We have the co-work, we have chat, and we have Claude Code. Okay, co-work is like a personal assistant. Okay, it's like you've employed a personal assistant, like, hey, can you quickly put together this and this and this and that for me? And then code is for those who are programmers. They want to actually generate code for something. Maybe you're already building an app and it's missing a component, and then you go inside code and tell it to generate it for you. Now, even inside Claude, there are different models. Okay, let me show you. We have the Sonnet 4.6. We have Opus 4.7. That is the highest. That is the highest. And when it was released, a newer version of the Opus was released, and guess what? They had to shut it down. Why? Because when it was released, immediately it was able to identify vulnerabilities in almost every organization that they had access to. And vulnerabilities is loopholes or weaknesses that any hacker can exploit and take down the company. So you think you have secured your systems. You are on this network. You are using MTN or Starlink. You are secure. But then Opus was able to identify these gaps, right? Now when they identify these gaps, imagine this power in the hands of a hacker. Do you know what they can do with it? So they had to shut it down and limit it to a few companies like Amazon and Google. Now they have access to the latest version of the Opus. So that's just a fun fact about Opus. Now we have Sonnet 4.6. That's what we'll be using today. So it is just as good, but it's not for like very deep work. But you see what Sonnet can do. And we have Haiku 4.5, right? So all these ones, they're very good, but today we are going to use Sonnet. Now, this website we are going to build, like I said, you're going to help me build it, okay? So we're going to prompt it together. So, but I need somebody to do me a favor. You know, when you're building a website, it has to also look nice, right? It's not just about the context and everything. I like design, so anything that is beautiful, I like it. So the website has to look very, very nice. But I need inspiration from somewhere, right? So I will go to Pinterest and I'll get an example of a platform, right? I can't find my cursor, but I think we can work something out. Okay. All right. So let's go on Pinterest real quick. So you will help me choose the design that we will use. Sorry, is it possible for me to have my setup here instead, because I'm struggling to find my mouse. Because we wanted to mimic, maybe I wanted to take this branding, this color, this font. You know, you have to all the way down to the fonts. I hope you know that, right? When you're building a website, it's as detailed. And that can be another session, because today I don't want us to go into that, but this is just to give you some context, okay? So it's a documentation website, and let me go through them one by one. Do we like this? Does it look nice? This branding. Some of the men are saying no. You don't like green, eh? You like it? Okay. So I think I will steal this idea by saving this image as a PNG. I'll put it in my downloads, okay? All right, good. So now we have some form of direction. Now let's bring the cloud back. So first things first, I'm going to upload the reference image I downloaded so that Claude has an idea that, oh, you want a website, but you want it to look like this, with this color, this arrangement and all that. So let's give it some detail. So I add files, it's here in my downloads, upload. And it's loading, but it has uploaded, okay? Now let's prompt it, okay? So who's gonna help me? I'm gonna prompt it one by one. So who's gonna help me with the personality? The who aspect of it. Since it's your website, right? You are going to give me some context, okay? So when I ask you, then you tell me. But I hope everybody can see. Can you all see? Okay. It's too dark, eh? But you can see, okay. Alright, great. So now, let's look into it. Okay, so what is this? Who are we? Who are we? Come again? Jomo Mirage Enterprise. Okay. My company is, please help me with the spelling. DJ, okay. DJ OBO MIRAGE. Mirage what? Enterprise. Alright. Okay, so what do we do? Now, guys, pay attention to the prompting, right? I gave it the name of the business. And you will see all this in the results. Okay, so this is the very, very important part, the prompt engineering. Okay, so Jomo Mirage Enterprise, and what do? We are a documentation service. Where are we? Kanda. Okay, based in Kanda, Ghana. So we've given it a geolocation, right? This is where we are, so that any pricing we see will not be in pounds, will not be in dollars, will be in what? Thank you. Okay, so we are based in Kanda, Ghana. What else do we do? Yeah, so these are some of our services. Declaration. What? Attestation. Yeah? Affidavits. Notarization. And legalization. Okay, so these are our services, okay? Now, what problem are we trying to solve with this website? What's the challenge? Why do you need a website for your business? Please speak into the mic so that, sorry. More accessible, very good. So the challenge you are trying to solve is accessibility to events, and you have to get a slot. It's a whole process. But right now she wants to build one website where people come to her, and then they can. Do you want bookings on your website as well? People booking your services directly on the website. Okay, all right. So that's one feature. She wants a booking feature on the website. So let's note that.
Let's change it.
Thank you. So she wants a booking feature on this website. Very important. Also, do you want people to be able to contact you directly? Phone number or email? Which one do you want? Phone number. Okay. All right. So phone number, bookings. Great. All right. So I want people to be able to book me through the website, as well as contact me directly. What else are we trying to do? If we are done with the contest and the services, let's move down to the branding, okay? Now remember, I uploaded an image here for the AI to use as reference because that's what we want it to look like at the end of the day. So use the attached image as reference for this website. Remember, you also have to tell it how you want the output to be. Do you want it as a zip file of a block of codes, or you want it as just a browser for demonstration purposes, or you want it to use Python programming, you want it to use Flutter, JavaScript? You have to put all that information in there, but we're going to skip that for the sake of time, okay? So let's move on to give me the final output as a web file for demo purposes. Okay, are we ready? Now let's run it. So it will take a while. Now the best thing about Claude, it will ask you questions. ChatGPT will not. It will just give you what you ask for. Only on rare occasions where maybe the prompt you've given is not very detailed. But Claude will ask you so that you can close those gaps that you didn't fill in before. Like the parts where you messed out, it will ask you so you can have better context to bring you the best results. So now you see that while it's building, it's telling you what it's doing. It's updating in real time. What does it say here? It says, now I'll build a polished professional website for Jogo Garage Enterprise, referencing the Finovate design style, which is the reference we put there. Clean layout, bold hero, card grid selections, accent color, and booking and contact functionality. Now by the time it's done, you realize that some of the things we didn't ask it to do, it will include it. Why? Because there are websites like yours available online. It has seen them, it is scanning them as we speak. It will bring features that it thinks will be useful to you, that we forgot to mention here. And then you see the final result. So right now it's creating the full website for Jogo Garage Enterprise. So let's give it a minute. In the meantime, I'm going to go around and check some of your CV prompts that we did earlier. Did you do yours? Yes, that's okay, great. Were you able to do yours? Okay, no worries. Has anybody finished their CV work that I haven't seen? Hello? Were you able to finish? Oh, you started typing when I was coming. Okay. Almost. Were you able to? Oh, you are handling there. Okay. Alright. Were you able to do something in charge? Oh, you came later. Yeah. Mr. Mohammed, he said I should go and come. I've come. Were you able to do something? Yeah, it's okay. Great. Nice. This is a very detailed prompt. Were you happy with the outcome it gave? Was it detailed? Nice. Because this is a very good prompt, so most definitely you get, and you see it gave you options. You can turn it into a PDF for you. So when you turn it into a PDF, just download it and send it. Or you can edit the PDF if you want. And you can add a logo for you because I realized that you didn't add a logo. And you can make a portfolio website. Yeah. So that's great. Okay, thank you. So it looks like we are done. It looks like we are done with the generation, right? So let's take a look at what it was able to do. So I don't know if it's the color, but can you see what it has done? You have a website. What does it say? Book appointments, right? Your trusted documentation partner. It went ahead to give you some marketing copy. So professional declaration, attestation, affidavits, notarization, and legalization services handled with precision, confidentiality, and care. So over here you see your mission. Did we give it a mission and vision? Did we tell it about any recognition we have had? So you see that it created cards for us. So you see there's a whole form for people to fill to be able to book your services directly, right? And then when you finish, you confirm booking. And then it has given you the location, the phone number, you have to change it later on. And it has even given you open hours, Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. We did not say that in this conversation. And then there's an email, and it has gone ahead to create quick links at the footer for you. So now we have our fully functional website. Now, if you go to the code, if you switch to code, what we saw was a preview, right? So the developer, he will need this information, right? The code behind everything. So all the way to the beginning, this is all the code. So if you copy the code, then you can go ahead and make the edits. Let's say you don't do legalization anymore, you erase it from the code and it will reflect here. Okay, so something like this has consumed credits, right? So let's say we had forgotten some important information. If we prompt it again, it will take some more credits. That's why it's important for you to get your prompting very, very well, so that you do it once and for all. So that it will even ask you questions to close the gaps that may have come up inside it. So at this point, I'll open the floor for any questions or contributions. We must definitely have questions because there's a lot here. And if you want us to do another project, we can definitely do it. Yes. Oh, the mic, okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
One question.
Yeah.
For instance, let's assume now with this website.
Yeah.
How do you go online free? No cost, you think because we want to encourage our young ones to also market their products.
Yes.
And you know, every business comes with some form of investment. This investment, you don't have the money to buy a domain, post it somewhere, blah, 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 blah. This will cost more. So if I'm able to come up with a simple website like this, and I be online for some time.
Yes, you can go online right away, but you need some things on your device. There's something called an IDE, Integrated Development Environment. So the question is, where will you put the codes? Because to be able to go online, we need to copy these codes, and it will zip it into a file for us, well organized, right? And the images, you need to put it there. You have to put an image of her and the client interacting to give it some authenticity that, oh yes, it is a real website by a real person, right? But you need to download the codes. And where will you run it? So there's a software called Visual Studio, right? That's where we put the codes and run them so that if there are any changes, because if later you want to change the color, how will you do it? After the developer is gone, how will you do it? So you need to learn how to do those things. So that's why I said there are different platforms, okay? WordPress, you don't really do a lot of coding. You go on there, create your account, and it's like a drag and drop feature. It has a few technicalities to it, but there's a drag and drop feature. So I'm telling you the things that you will need before you even go online for free. The most expensive thing will be the hosting, like you said, the domain. Because the domain there, you need a domain name. That one, no doubt. Whatever you do, you have to buy a domain name. But the hosting is what is expensive, okay? And the domain name is, what's the name of the business? You said Jobo. So let's say jobomirage.com. That's the only way people can find the website. They have to type it in their browser, and it will take them there, and then they can get access to your services. But the question is how? So you go on a platform called GoDaddy or HostGator, and then you type the domain name to make sure somebody has not taken it. Because maybe you're not the only one who is called Jobo Mirage. Somebody else has that name, right? You need to make sure that it is available. And usually you get it for like roughly $10, right? I don't know if that, it depends on the platform. Some is monthly, some is yearly, but I advise that you pay for 2 years, okay? Now when you get that access, then now the question is hosting. Where will you keep it? It's like an address, right? If I want your house, the area I'll find it is, let's say, Kanda. That's where I'll find your house. It's the same way on the internet. There has to be a location that will point me to go and get it. So it has to sit inside the house. It's like paying rent. So you pay rent for 1 year so that we can keep your website inside our compound. Okay? So no matter what you do, you still have to pay for a platform. There are some free hosting platforms, but it won't even look professional because your website will come as jobomirage.freehosting blah blah blah.com. Everybody will know that you are Pepe. Yes. So we don't want to move away from that and make it look. Websites are supposed to be professional. So unfortunately, those are the only two things you have to pay for. Yes.
Yeah. My second request, can we do it again? Yes. Another version.
Another version. Yes, I'm going to take another business and then we'll do it again. This is just one sample. We'll do another one. Okay. Anybody else? Any question, ideas before we move to? Nobody has a question. If you don't ask a question, I'll take it like you understand everything you are doing. So then I can actually come to you and ask you questions. My boss has a question. Hello, sir.
Please, how do we market our website?
How do we market websites? Okay, that's a very good question, but it also has a very broad answer, because marketing is dependent on your reach, your target audience, and your budget. The last one is very important because your budget will determine how far your marketing will go. So I'll give you the tools and platform, and then you decide how you go about it. So number one, we know the social media and all of that, right? How many of you are familiar with running ads? Who has run ads on Instagram before? Okay, let me ask you a question. You were moving to a new place, right? And you were discussing buying furniture with your friend, face to face. And then all of a sudden you see on your phone is showing you Kitia, is showing you Oka Deco. Did you ask the phone, what kind of concern is this? Right? But these are things that the phone picks up. You know, if you use an iPhone, right? It tells you, if you install a new app, it asks you if you should allow tracking. Who has ever seen that before? It is, yes, it tracks, it listens, and it produces. Even the things you've not asked it to do. So it's a subtle, listening tool. Okay, so it's listening to you and it's providing suggestions, and then you go and see it online. So running ads on Instagram is one of the ways to market it. You can do $1, and maybe it will ask you, okay, you're marketing your business. Who do you want to reach? I want to reach everybody who has gone on Instagram to type the word documentation. One. Or anybody who has gone to look for legal services online. Those are your target audience. Anybody who has typed affidavits online. It will capture the data of all these people, because when you are typing, it is tracking. Then to put all of you in something we call a pool. So that's like a group of people. And it's called a demographic. So now that comes to the location. Now I want between 7 is too young, 18 to 50-year-olds, because that is your target market, right? 18 to 50-year-olds living in Accra, not Kumasi, because they can't come here, but living in Accra. So you are setting your demographic, you are building something we call the persona, because this is your target audience. Now that's how to market. That's digital marketing. It's a whole thing on its own. I can't even cover all of it in one session. But it's a whole thing on its own, because advertising on Instagram is not just posting your picture. A lot of people are doing what you are doing. So how do you stand out? How are you special from somebody who's doing this? Somebody is investing photography, investing money into their thing because they know the results that they'll get out of it. So you also have to be ahead of the curve. Okay, so that's one way to market it. Now, even the website, you have to market it. Okay, depending on how big your business is. Oh, people use 37 a lot. Let me put a billboard there. Small 9x6 billboard. Place it around the place where the traffic is heavy. Because while they are there, they are just looking around and they say, affidavits. Oh, okay, your number is here. Your website is here. You are marketing it. It's called OOH, out of home. So that falls, anything that is out of home. Flyers are out of home. Billboards are out of home. Events, campaigns are all out of home marketing. So that's a whole marketing activity. So there are different ways of advertising, but the best way to do yours, I would advise, is TikTok and Instagram. But with the TikTok, you have to be a bit funny because it looks like that's the kind of content. Because according to the research, before, I think 7 years ago, the attention span of the average person was 5 seconds. Right now it's 2. If I open TikTok and the first video, within the first 2 seconds, it doesn't impress me, I scroll. Am I wrong? When you open TikTok, how long do you spend on one video? Unless it's something that is interesting to you. If not, but you that you're advertising, you want to make sure your thing is interesting. Have you seen that woman who sells plastic ware? And then she will start with already viral video of somebody falling down. Then she'll come and fall down and start selling caps and all those things. Has it not hooked you? It hook you. So when it hooks you, you watch till the end because how she started is funny and it has grabbed your attention. So she has bought your attention for more than the 2 seconds that you would have done. And now she has got you. So now you have to think of creative ways to advertise your business. Because you are doing documentation, you have to think, hey, how can I be funny and do the documentation at the same time? You can start with a small short skit. But that's TikTok, Instagram, you can just go straight to business and put your information on there. Okay. But the place that also gets a lot of people, depending on the target market, is Facebook. You know, our parents and co, they are still there. They are still on Facebook watching videos that are not real. My mother will send me a video of a flood in Accra, but you are in Accra with me. You are in Accra with me. Is there a flood? No. But you send me an AI video of a flood sweeping. So you see, they still have the attention of our older folks. Do you understand? So it depends on your target market. If it's the older people, you know where to get them. Facebook. The young people, they are on Instagram and TikTok these days. And Snapchat. Okay, so that's where you go to get your information. And that's one of the few ways to market your stuff. Any other questions? If there are no questions, then we'll go on to build the second product, right? Who wants, okay, sorry. Please turn it on.
Alright, so it's not a question, but on our attempt to create a second website, I would like you to carry us along. But the first one, some of us may.
Oh, okay, all right, good. So now we're going to build the second one before we bring this to a close. But I'll need some ideas, yes.
Okay, so as somebody who wants to start a business, so really I want suppliers from either Nigeria, maybe Dubai, Turkey, but I don't have anyone. So I tend to ask AI. So the suppliers that AI, the suppliers that they're going to give me, is it like all the suppliers are legal? Are they legal?
Yes.
For the AI?
Yes. Everything that the AI, in fact, there are times when I look up some things and AI can tell you that this is not a verified source, so proceed with caution. Okay, it will let you know who's the, and include that in your prompt as well. Because what makes a company legal? Does anybody know? Aside, you can register a business and still operate as a scam, right? But what makes your business legal? Can anybody help me? What makes a business legal? For me to say a business is legal, registration is one of them, but it goes beyond that because I can register. You see these fraud guys on MTN, Amuh, they are registered, they have a name, they are registered, but they still operate as a scam. So what makes it legal? ISO standard. Please clap for him. Please clap for him. This is very important. So I do ISO, right? ISO is International Organization for Standardization. I know it sounds like it should be iOS, but it's ISO, and I don't know why. Now, what we do is, in the company, right, there are policies and documentation. So I work in a fintech, okay, in a financial institution, and we give out loans. But what do we have that is important? Who can help me? What is it in our company that we will consider as something important that we have to protect? Anybody? Remember, I said we give out loans. So what can we protect? What is valuable to us? Data. Very good. Data. Client information. Your name, your residence, your address, your business, how much you make, your Momo statement. All of that comes inside the company. And those are the things we have been tasked to protect. Okay, now Bank of Ghana regulates us very strictly, okay, as it does for every other financial institution. So Bank of Ghana will come and say, okay, how are you protecting the company information? What tools are you using? What access do you have? It will ask all the necessary questions to close that gap, to make sure that there is no way there can be any data leakage, there is no way there can be any data siphoning from anywhere or any hack. So that's what he said, ISO. ISO comes in for these things. We write policies. In our company, you can't use a pen drive on your computer. It won't work. Connect it and see. It will not work. We've closed all the ports, not physically, but using a tool that we used to close the ports. Why? Because you can't come and use a pen drive and give somebody virus or put a spyware. You know a spyware, right? You install that virus on your PC and it will just be sending information to a remote location. And nobody knows where it's going, but information is out there. So we close that gap. Anybody who gets up, let's say you have your laptop open. If you get up to go and pee, you have to put it on sleep or lock it so nobody can access, even if it's just here. And it's a policy we follow strictly. If anyone sees you getting up from the PC and it's not locked, you face disciplinary action. You see, so those are the measures that we put in place. So if any company is ISO certified, it establishes some level of trust that, oh, these people, for them to be ISO certified, knowing the policies and implementation that ISO does, I can be confident enough to do business with them. So to answer your question, ChatGPT knows companies that are publicly ISO certified, and it will bring them to you to work with. But nonetheless, as long as you're working with humans, I advise that you always approach with caution. You know the platform Gigi. Almost everybody has used Gigi before, right? To go and buy your few things. I have been defrauded there before, but I also got some of the best things I got from there. Do you understand? All depends on my approach. If they say send the money before I bring the product, I will not send it. But I will meet you in a secure place, check, verify before I pay. So at the end of the day, the responsibility lies on the individual. Okay? ChatGPT will bring you the sources, the AI will bring you the sources, but the background research and everything lies on you, the individual. Have I answered your question? Anybody else? Anybody? Ask the questions, because you never know. Because after today, I'm seeing a lot of people starting businesses with AI.
Can we say that all information that we get from AI are correct?
No, not every information you get from AI is correct. Do you remember, who remembers Wikipedia? Before AI, we used to go to Wikipedia for our information. Right? You ask a question, oh, me when I see a celebrity, the first thing I go and check is their network, how much money they have to be doing what they are doing. That's what I do. So you go and check, it will tell you $25 million, $30 million. It's not true. The reason is somebody who put the information out there. And remember earlier I mentioned that the AI's information is from the internet that we all have access to. Just that because you go to Wikipedia and later go to encyclopedia to get information, AI will do all that work for you and bring it to you. Do you understand? So at the end of the day, not all information is valid. However, most of it is nonetheless verified. It's always important to verify. Like our password for the Wi-Fi, verify. Okay? Are you with me? Any other questions? Yes.
I want to find out, just like you said, not all information is true. So like we key in our series, and it's really find it for us. The information, some of the information you gave, I don't know, it looks so elaborate. Once it looks so artificial or fake when you send it anywhere?
That's a very good question. Yes, so some of these companies have AI detectors. They can tell when you send a CV that was made with AI. But we thank God for Claude. You see, Claude has a feature inside it that can humanize it. If you wanted to speak pidgin cry, it will write it for you. It will humanize it to the point where it's realistic enough to bypass any AI detection tool. But also know that as you are doing that, they are also building more advanced AI detection. So it's important to, when you get the information, Go through it. You know yourself. It's your CV. Go through it. Oh, this one there is not me. This one there is too much. Correct those things before you send it. Okay. Anything else?
So my question is, can anyone build an AI?
Can anyone build an AI? That's a very good question because I built one last week. What I built it for, because I realized that, like I said, we deal with policies, documentation, and all that. It's a lot of work. So I built my own AI that will scan these policies for me and tell me if it matches the latest ISO standards. Because ISO certification is every year. You don't get ISO certification once and then you stop. It's a yearly thing. That means that, oh, last year you did well protecting the data. Are you doing it today, this year too? So they are always making sure that you're up to date. That's why I said if a company is ISO certified or Bank of Ghana certified, feel free to work with them. But still approach with caution. So yeah, anybody can build an AI. That will take much more time, so I will not be able to demonstrate it here. But if my boss gives me more time in the future, definitely we can do a lot of things because I can take you through everything from design. I can literally help you build your company from scratch. You won't hire anybody for anything. You build it best. I'll empower you with the tools and the skills to build your company from scratch, bottom to top, and start making money. I have students that I teach, and I have a 9-year-old student, right? If I brought her here today, I'll just sit down. You see what she will do here. She's 9 years, and she has built her own website. And you know, she didn't even use these fancy AI tools, so hard coding, using Notepad. If there's any developer here, you understand the importance and how difficult and how archaic it is to use just Notepad on your Windows machine to build a website from scratch. She built an online, so we built an online restaurant, and I integrated with Paystack because you know when people order, it has to deduct the money from their Amuh. So we built an online restaurant and integrated. So I put the mother's number, Amuh number on the Paystack, and I went to my colleagues in the office to order. They ordered pancakes, burger, all those kind of things, and it was deducting money from their account, and it gives you a receipt and will tell you the delivery time. And on Saturday like this, I went to the house, we packaged all the food, called Okada riders, and we dispatched the food to everybody. And this was a 9-year-old's project. I just helped by providing the tools, the training, and the skills, but she has a business now that she's doing. So she does her own pancakes, and then these snacks and these confectionaries, and then she's selling it. She's making her money. You see, so it is my job to equip you with the tools. That's why every tool I teach you here, take it seriously because these are things that are being used in the real world. I'm not just saying something based on research. It's something I have used and I've seen the results. Do you understand? So yeah. Let me go to her first. She raised her hand first.
Do you think it's advisable for you to share very personal and maybe specific details to your AI? And you want to talk to a friend, if you want a friend, you just talk to ChatGPT. Do you think it's advisable?
It's not advisable because I did a seminar talk at University of Ghana, and one of the guys asked a very, very important question. He says, yes, we are regulating everything. We have regulations for this, for that, but do we have regulations for AI? We don't. As of now, we don't. But you know, Sam George went to give the AI summit, right? So we are yet to see what implementations we'll use to control AI. But the way the AI is expanding is even scary. It's scary because you see, my job is to find a possible threat and close that gap. But the AI is the threat. And it's the AI we are using for everything. I worked in a company and they sacked 25 people in one day because now AI can do their jobs. Ghana here, 25 people one day. We came to work on a Monday, you receive an email, you're gone. Leave your laptop, don't even back up anything, you're gone. Way back, this was before the AI started making all this noise because their work was something simple, something the AI can just do. So why would I be paying monthly salaries when I can just pay for subscription on Claude and then just run the code and then it will do the work for me? You see the problem? You see the problem? So the AI has already started taking jobs. So to answer your question, I don't think it's advisable to say personal stuff because, like I said, what you feed the AI is what it will use. So if someone should hack your system, or even the AI itself, Anthropic, OpenAI, they get hacked, your information, your personal information is out there. And I also understand these days you can't trust human beings, so you can't talk to them. But talk to Allah. Talk to Allah. It's much better than talking to a person or an AI. That's what I'll tell you. Don't trust the AI just yet, because right now we don't know the extent. How many of you remember when Google went down? Who remembers? Google was down for like some hours, right? Do you see how the world was? It felt like the world was ending. Everybody, I don't know what to do. Meanwhile, before Google, what were you doing? How are you doing your business? So even in ISO, there's something we call the BCP, Business Continuity Plan. Okay, and we have the BIA, Business Impact Analysis. So the BCP looks at, if this system is down or there's no internet. When they said the shark went to bite the cable in the ocean and we didn't have internet, how were we communicating? You see the issues? So the question is, when these things are not there, what will we do? That's what BCP and BIA is all about. Business Impact Analysis. If, let's say, AI should go down right now, you use AI to build a website. If your AI should go down right now and you want to update your website, what will you do? That's BIA. That's why I had a conversation with the CEO of Axios. He said, don't outsource your thinking to AI. Your thinking is your own. Be in charge of that. Use AI as a tool, not as a replacement, not as a person. Okay, use it as a tool to facilitate what you are already doing. Let me give you an example. I'm a designer, okay? If I'm designing a flyer, there are some key elements you see in the flyer. You see a picture, you see text, and you see some layout, some chiches, right? The image takes a lot of time. I was telling my friend, image takes a lot of time to find. You're looking for the right image of a woman in the market, and she has to be dark skinned, and she has to look Ghanaian. It takes a lot of effort. That's where AI comes in. I'll let it generate that image for me, and then it ends there. The rest I do myself. The text, the placement, the layout. The AI cannot do it as effectively as a creative human being can do. Because creativity is from inspiration. Am I lying? I can walk and I see the way maybe the leaves are moving. It can give me an idea for the motion design I want to do tomorrow. But the AI is not seeing that. The AI uses publicly available information plus what you give it. It will mix it all and give you an outcome. So yes, don't outsource your thinking to AI. Don't confide in AI. At the end of the day, we don't know the extent to which the AI can go. Should there be an issue? Have I answered your question? It gives you a better. Do you know that there is someone who asked the AI if he should kill himself, and the AI said he should do it? Do you know? You didn't hear? It's very, nobody heard about it. He asked the AI, should I kill myself? I think that would be the best approach given the circumstances. But is killing yourself the right thing to do? No. You see, so better solution is relative. What do you mean by better solution? You understand? Yes. So always, even the AI will tell you, ChatGPT has a fine print there that says, double check even the things that I give you. Right? So don't completely trust the AI or whatever it does. Yes.
Please, what are the types of AI design? I know we have generative AI, but then is there any other?
Oh, for now, every AI you see is generative. For now, because they launched Claude Design. Who heard about it? Claude Design was launched 2 weeks ago, apparently to replace designers. And I've tested it myself. I'm not seeing anything special. I'm not seeing anything special. But it's doing a lot of nice things. It just makes your work faster. But replacing for now, no. But everything for now is generative AI. There are some, how do you call it? There's a name for them, thinking. They do a lot of like thinking and analysis for you. But at the end of the day, what will they do? They will still generate. So every AI for now is generative.
Please, we saw those videos from TikTok, the AI generated videos that they even make it a story. What app do they use? what did they use for that?
So Higgsfield is one of them. Luma is one of them. But even before you generate the animation and all that, you need to write a story. So they even use ChatGPT to write the story before the Frutina and the Orangina. You've been seeing them, right? Frutina got married to Banana Nina and all those drama that we see. I don't understand, but I will lie, I watch it. I will lie. Because Charlie, it's not real, but it's funny. You want to see how Strawberry's heart was broken because of Banana Nito. So, who's what? Mangolito, you see. So we need to see whose side I will take by the end of this. So yeah, they have to come up with this. And you see how they capture your attention. Yes. So you can use that in marketing. If you sell fruits, you see the connection. Come and buy Orangito and Bananito from here. You know, people can relate. So yeah, it's all a marketing gimmick. Anybody else? Before we go into building the final tool. Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to find out if you are going to go to some of the shows that maybe
Generating pictures. Very good. Generating pictures. Oh, I have my favorite tool for generating pictures. I don't know why I'm putting the password, it's not working. It's called FreePic. Who has heard of FreePic before? Freepic.com. They've changed the name to Magnific. Trust me, it's the best. It's the best image generation tool, but you pay something small. Yeah, for a subscription. And what business do you do? What are you into? You're a journalist. Okay. So I don't know how that can connect, but maybe you have a business on the side. It can be useful to you. But when you generate an image, it's very realistic. You see the image I showed you of the lady where I said you should tell me the difference between which one is real and fake. I use FreePic. And converting that image into a video, same FreePic. It has image generation, video generation, and voice. So you can pick the voice that you want. I was trying to log in, I don't know why it wasn't working. But it would have been very nice to demonstrate that. Maybe in the next session, I'll show you how we can generate a voice. So you're a journalist, so let's say you want to do a coverage for something that just happened. You can generate the right voice. You can even put your voice there and tell it to fine tune it for you. And then you can create your own TikTok channel. So this is a business idea. You create your TikTok channel, make it put it on a creators fund, right? So that you can generate money from the views and engagements, right? And then you capture random stories and use a specific voice to tell those stories of those videos and post it online. So people will come to you for reliable information. And then you are generating money because the more views you are getting, the more dollars is hitting the account. And then you just open a business avenue. So that's one way you can do it. You can do it.
Today, I just message the negative side of AI is that here, you can just I've read the national airport, the case of that was
Yeah.
So, 25 people were really out of their push because an airline, different airlines, they cannot understand and cannot fathom the kind of contribution they are taking at the airport to the support 25 people. It means that we need to be real with what we are doing. Innovate, education, and like you said, talk to Allah. Otherwise, we will all be in trouble.
Yeah.
25 people now, they don't have jobs. They are rolling about, looking for jobs. So please, let's take this serious.
Thank you very much. Hello? 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 Okay. So, you had a question. Okay. 1, 2.
What extent do you use this AI? Because currently, even kids from basic school, SHS, even simple questions, and they go back to AI. They are not thinking anymore.
So what he's saying is a very, very, very important thing for us to note. This is for the future. Those of us who have children and those who are planning to make sound, this is very important. And I can understand this frustration. Are you a teacher? I'm a teacher too. And it worries me because you give a small assignment. It's true. Sometimes the teachers are the problem. So you see, it has come to help and also to cause problems, because I remember when I started teaching the kids, the 8-year-old I was talking about, I had a conversation with the parents. So before I start, I'll talk to the parents. What is the outcome? What do you want out of this lesson? And they said everything, and I asked them, so what do you think about AI? I said, no, I don't want my child to ever use AI. That's good, but you see, the problem is, right now, the AI tool, if you see the things the children are doing, you don't want them left behind. So what you can do is you can control the use of AI, right? What the father made me do was come to the house, and on the router, I do network engineering, so I put some protocols in the router. You can't visit ChatGPT within certain hours. It will not work. As long as you are connected to the house Wi-Fi, it will not work. You can't visit any AI platform. It will not work. You see these AI platforms, their extension is .ai. You see I have .com, .org, so .ai. Everything .ai. From the time you close class till evening, it will not work. If you want it to work, I'll come and open it, but it will not work. So that's one way to control, but I'll be honest with you, you can't control it. You can't. You can't. If I tell you that I can tell you how to effectively control children using AI, I'm lying to you. You can't. Because you see, what you are not teaching them, somebody else will. Unless you lock them in the house and do home schooling, and then they don't interact with human beings anymore. You can't, because the kids are using it in class. The kids are talking about how other people have used. You know, I've taught kids, and trust me, the kind of things the kids are exposed to, you are not doing anything. I'm telling you, you are not doing anything. So you can't control it, but you can guide them on how to use it. Okay, they will use it. Guide them on how to use it responsibly as children and as adults, where they can visit, what they can look up, what they can't look up, the effects of what they look up and the impact it can have on them. Guide them. Because right now, it is moving faster than we can catch up. Because you see, right now, I told you Claude is my favorite. Maybe the next session, I'll tell you something else. You understand? They are building as we speak. They are developing as we speak. And we are trying to control. We can't keep up. We can't, for now. So unfortunately, we can't control it, but we can guide it. That's all I can say, and I hope it's enough. Yeah. Anybody else?
How best can we integrate this AI into our modern life, our day-to-day activities?
Very good. That is even why we are here. His question is, how best can we integrate AI into our day-to-day activities? Maybe you should give me examples of some of your day-to-day activities, then I can tell you how to integrate it. So for instance, if you are somebody who is an executive assistant, who knows the role of an executive assistant? What do? They draft emails, responses, calls, and all that, right? There's a tool for everything you do. But the reason I like Claude is because it has APIs that you can put into all the tools. Do you understand? Are you following? Let's say, what tool do you work or your school? Your school. So I'm guessing you use some of the Microsoft products like Word and PowerPoint, right? Great. You have a presentation on Monday. You are presenting on AI use, right? You are going to type, you are going to do research, you are going to type and everything. Now, you can integrate Claude inside your Microsoft system using something called API tokens. When you integrate it, now, all you have to do is type the search bar and it will do the whole presentation for you. And you will just come and edit and remove what is not needed or what is not true. And then you're done. Go through it and go and present. So that's one way. What other everyday life do you have? What I do is, it is inside my machine and it has access to all my calendars. So I'm never late for any event. I'm never late for any event. Any email you send me that has the word scheduled, time, date, it will collect all that information, arrange it for me, and then tell me, hey, Carrington, on the 7th of March, on the 9th of May, you have this event starting at this time, at this location. It will come as a notification. So I'll not have to go and be opening my browser, opening my email. I'll see the notification and I know what to do. You understand? So you can integrate it in your everyday life today. As long as most of the work you do is either on your phone or on your laptop, you are good to go. The AI is everywhere and we can't fight it, so let's embrace it. But let's control it too. That's the truth I can tell you. Yeah.
Please, I want to know if I can use AI in telemedicine.
Telemedicine.
Offer a virtual care to my clients.
Yeah, so that's a tricky one because ChatGPT has been, I don't know if they've implemented it, but it was programmed not to give legal advice and medical advice because that's risky. You can describe, you know, you are in medicine, right? So there can be symptoms of malaria which are not malaria. You understand? So if you go and ask the ChatGPT, it will think it's malaria, and then you may prescribe a wrong drug, which can cause a problem. So how you can use it in telemedicine is to help it to give customer responses. Okay? So you the human being, has given the medication counsel, right? You've told them, oh, get this medicine. The AI should write an email thanking them for patronizing your service, rather than letting it give medical advice, because that's very dangerous, even for you. It will be dangerous for you, because if it missells and there are issues, you can face legal action. So it's best to, when it comes to medicine and law, don't rely on the AI, I beg you. Because laws differ from country to country. And the law also updates itself. It changes from time to time. So what you would have been given 20 years for today, tomorrow it might be 30. You never know. So it constantly develops. So don't trust AI for health advice or legal advice. So that's what I'll say.
That's what we have. What's the best skill you can learn?
What's the best skill you can learn today? That's a very interesting question. What I'll say is, everybody, no matter what you are doing, add some IT to it. Because you see, like my boss was saying, you see the 25 people were fired at the airport. The same number of people, funny enough, were fired at the company I worked for in the past. The people who stayed, do you know why they stayed? Because they had more than one skill. Some of them had skills the AI cannot do yet. I'll say yet because this AI, what it's doing at this point, I don't know. But they had skills that the AI cannot do yet. Some of them had multiple skills. Today, in today's world, I'll tell you this free today. If you are doing one job or you have one skill, I'm telling you today, you are not safe. And I'll be blunt with you. Never, ever think that you do one job, have one skill, and survive. No. But if you have a provision store, you are fine. Because for now, the AI cannot open a provision store. But that's just by the way. But people have provision stores and they are selling them online. They are bringing the goods to you. But you have opened your shop at Mamobi and you are waiting for the customers to come. In a matter of time, because when COVID came, do you think somebody will come to your shop? Do you know the people who were winning? The people who had their businesses on Instagram. The people who had their businesses online, where you can order online. They were winning. Did we know COVID will come? No, but it happened. Do you know what's coming next? No. Prepare yourselves for an environment where there is always a BCP, a business continuity plan. So that in an event of a disaster, a flood, your business, you can still make your money without anything stopping it. You understand? But to answer your question, please, don't have one skill. But whatever skill you have, add IT to it because it is evident that that is the direction the world is going right now. If you're a law student or you're a lawyer, have some IT skills. Learn cybersecurity because it's linked to law. If you are, what business can I even give? What? If you're a farmer, very good that you mentioned farmer. The talk I went to the last time, do you know, I was asked to sit on a panel and judge an app that was released by some gentlemen. They released an AI tool that is embedded in your security cameras for poultry farmers only. What kills the birds? Overheating, crowding, thefts, predators like these foxes and these wild dogs who kill the birds. So anytime any of these elements are there, the AI will send a message to the farmer that is immediately you should go and check on the birds. That's their tool. They've built it. It's working. They have 500 clients today, and they are making their money. It may not make sense at first, but it works. They are solving a problem. So if you're a farmer, right, think of innovative ways, because right now, anything you think about, the AI can create. Like anything I can think about right now, I can create. It's just that it will cost credits. But I can create anything I think about right now. Any other job that AI can do. I remember when I was teaching when the COVID happened. Funny enough, even my friend can corroborate with this story, he was working with me. While I was teaching there, I migrated the entire school system online. We're using Google Classroom. Funny enough, I didn't even know the the COVID will happen. We're using Google Classroom where and we tested it. We gave assignments on the Google Classroom. Teachers will mark, give homework, you get it in your email. So everything was moving smoothly. If you want to meet the students, we did Zoom. Funny enough, the year after, COVID hit. And guess what? You can't come to class because it's like 25 children in the class. You can't be in a space like that. It will spread. Right? So they have to be home. But doesn't mean that the school should stop. No. So what did we do? Everybody migrated to Google Classroom and they continued like it didn't stop. Assignments that were given the day before, everything just continued like that. So that's an effective what? BCP. Do you understand? So anything that you are doing today, think of ways to market it, sell, and integrate AI into it. I would advise you to use AI to make your business better. But your personal life, dear, it shouldn't enter the AI. It shouldn't. Yeah.
Please, I want to ask, first, long-term reliance on AI affects human ability to problem solve?
Yes, like my boss said, he said now the children, any small assignment you give them, they don't want to think again. It is true. Long-term over-reliance and dependence, that's a very good question. Long-term over-reliance and dependence on AI will in turn affect your ability to think creatively and strategically and even logically. Because that's why I said that the man said, well, don't outsource your thinking to AI. Let the AI work in collaboration with your thinking so that it can give you the results. But don't say, I'm not going to think. Everything, no AI. AI, suggest what I'll eat tomorrow. AI, have tomatoes, cabbage, this. Put it together and tell me what I can cook. No. The more you do that, you see that our ability to think is going down. In the past, even in the days of the prophet, were they not walking and using horses? The distance a man can go on his foot, today, you collapse. Why? Is it because your blood is different? Is your strength different? Your blood is the same red blood. But why is it that you can't do that? Because we are over-reliant on locomotive vehicles, cars, trains, planes, bicycles. Bicycle cry requires some effort. Cars, motors. You see, these things have made us weaker. It's the truth. We become weaker. And it affects the generations to come. So if you are not thinking, how will your children think? How can you go and beat your child for using AI when you yourself you use AI? You probably even research how to discipline a child who's using AI or the AI. You see the problem? We are using the thing and we are blaming others for using the thing. Are we not being hypocrites? So yes, don't outsource your thinking to AI as much as possible. Let me add time. Okay. This is the last question, and then we start the second.
After creating your project or your business, what's the next thing? Like the software we just created, what's the next thing that you
Okay, so she's asking that after creating your business and after building the software, what's the next thing? Like I was saying, there are some tools we need to install on your device for this thing to work. And the gentleman asked us about domain. I told you the price of the domain, where to get a domain, because you have to have a website name and address that we can come and visit if you want to patronize your service, right? So maybe after this meeting, for the sake of time, you can see me and then we can discuss how to take this online. Okay? All right. So let's move on to build the next software real quick. Any ideas? Anybody has a software you want to build here?
so let's say
You see, when she takes the mic, I'm afraid for my credits. Yes.
so let's say I went to Mokola.
You work in Makola. Okay.
What's the lessons? Yeah, I went to Mokola.
Is it lessons? They've caught you.
Then I saw like bottles and toys and all those things.
Yeah.
And
So you work in Makola, you sell toys. What you are looking for is an e-commerce website. That's what you are looking for. We built some for somebody in the UK whose mother has a shop in Makola. They sell baby products, and it was pretty decent. So what we are going to do is we're going to ask the AI to build it similar to the one that we built. This one we didn't use AI. It was manual. So this is the website, right? It's a you see that Makola is in the background. We built it manually, but you see the baby products. When you hover over it, you can see all these things, and then you can place an order for any of the baby products, the stroller, whatever it is. So now I'm going to copy this link, and I'm going to tell Claude to build something similar but for children's toys, right? So I'm going to start a new chat, and I'm going to say using the link attached. No, but this is Claude. If you don't have access to Claude, you will not get the same outcome. So you can just take notes of what I'm doing so that in the future when you get your subscription, you can prompt and build effectively, okay? You say how much? There's free, but free will not do this. Yeah, free will work like ChatGPT. There's free, there's $20 a month. That one can do some level of coding, but it's not as detailed as this. And then there's $100, which I'll recommend. So that's like 1,200 CDs. Trust me. A month. Yeah. And trust me, your life will change. It will change. All right, so using the link attached, build me an e-commerce website for a business in Ghana, Makola, to be specific, and emulate the design, features, and structure of the websites attached. Use the same branding, fonts, and colors. Use AI generated images as placeholders for their products. Did I already mention that we sell toys? Okay, business in Ghana, which specializes in children toys. Okay, so let's run it. We give it like some 5-10 minutes the code will run and it will tell you what it is doing. So remember, we are using Sonnet 4.6 as our AI model. There are different AI models. There's, who has heard of Nano Banana? Nano Banana is for image generation, very, very high resolution image generation. Let's say you have a passport picture and there is pixelated, the quality is low. Put it in Nano Banana and tell it to enhance it for you. You get the quality of a photographer. The quality of a photographer, yeah. And when it comes to video generation, I'll suggest, as I mentioned these tools, write them down. I'll suggest Google Veo, Google VEO. I should take it. I will not be, my comment is dependent on my boss. So, no, Google Veo is best to use a laptop for the best experience. So Google Veo, Google VEO, it generates the best videos. Higgsfield too, solid videos. You see those Hollywood style videos. Higgsfield is your guy. Higgsfield, Nano Banana, Google Veo. So there's Luma, there's Google Labs. Also, Google Labs is free though. So if you want videos and images for free without paying subscription, please go to Google Labs. And it will help you in whatever business or industry you find yourself. Okay, we are still building. So it's saying that it will build a full e-commerce website. It said, let me create a rich, feature-complete HTML site inspired by the website I attached, but adapted for a Ghanaian children's toys business called Makola Toys. They has given your business a name, Makola Toys. It's not very creative, is it? What is Makola Toys? But you see, you can't expect AI to be creative. You see, I gave it a reference to work with, right? Although even if I didn't give it a reference, it will still do a good job. But this one narrows the experience and the output to what I really want. Yes. So it's still building. While it's building, I'll still be taking some questions. I told you every build will not take more than 20 minutes. Have I kept my promise? Not more than 20 minutes. You have a full functioning business. What I like about this, it gives you the codes. So now the control is in your hands. If I give you these codes right now for your business, you go to any developer, tell them you already have your codes. They should take and then build your website. If he was going to charge 3,000, you pay him 1,000 because you have done the work. You just come in to edit it. If he doesn't agree, let me know. Yes. So I'll give you this code. I'll send it to your email. I'll download the code. I'll send it to your email. So that when you're ready, you can build your website and run it. It's fully done for you now. So just the pictures, you have to change it. Yes, and the text, the number. You see the phone number, I put 0000. You have to change that. Your location as well. So it's all good. I'm still taking questions while the Claude is working in the background. Come again. I was giving sample of apps. Yes. So I want you to understand that there's a difference between platform and models when it comes to AI. FreePick has Google Veo inside it. It has Nano Banana inside it. It has Luma inside it. It has an audio voice generator inside it. But the platform is called freepick.com or magnific.com. Magnific, MAGNIFIC.com. So when you go there, then you choose the model you want. Maybe you want your AI to look like this. This is the model for that. If you want your AI to look real images, the model for that is Nano Banana. Nano Banana. And if you want videos, the model for that is Google Veo, because I've tried the other ones. I didn't like the result at all. You see a tree growing in somebody's shop. I mean, what is that? It doesn't even make sense. You understand? But when you use Google Veo, it gives you real-time videos. Okay, it looks like we are done with the websites, right? So now it's so you see, I've given you the index code. So if I download this right now, it will go into my downloads. It's done. So when you're ready, this website is ready for you. But let's make this. You see, there's a problem here. Who can identify the problem here? It has generated a byte. There's a problem. Who can tell me what the problem is? Looking at it right now, there's a very obvious problem. Who can tell me? Attention to detail. Attention to detail. There's a problem in this generation. Who can tell me? Or I should say it. Look at the button. Like, it doesn't look professional. Look at this. Look at how it has crammed in one corner, right? We don't want that. So there's something called responsiveness and there's something called breakpoint. Today we are going technical. It's like we are learning website development here. Okay, so breakpoint. If you see, every website you see has been optimized for every screen you have. That's why I prefer to use Webflow, not WordPress, because it gives me more control. What I will program for this 13-inch laptop, right? What I'll program for this will be different from what I'll program for a desktop that is 32 inches. Do you understand? Now, all the way down to tablet and then mobile phone. And a mobile phone, is it Google Pixel? Is it Samsung? Is it iPhone? It customizes for every breakpoint so that what you are seeing here is exactly across board. Some platforms don't do that. That's why you go on some website and you can't really, the user experience is bad. You can't really use it effectively like you would, right? So this is one of the examples. You see, something like this is unacceptable. If you have a website and it looks like that, I won't visit it. You see, so let's tell the AI to make it, so make the website responsive across all breakpoints. Now it will do that, it will make sure that even on mobile, it looks better. So it's saying it's doing that right now. It's literally saying, if you read what's on the screen, it's working on that right now. And after that, I'll say it should give me a link that I'll use on the website so you can see the full website when we are done. Feel free to stop me at any time and ask any questions, because it's important that you know this thing, because I want to believe that after this session, I want to see everybody using the AI to build something. You know, that's how people are making money right now. They come to a company, they identify a problem, and they use AI to build a solution. Don't be afraid of any job. Even if you don't know how to code, there's somebody who knows how to. Take the job, do the work with the person, and share the money. Or that's all. Take the job, do the work with the person, and you share the money. Somebody knows how to do it. Go into agreement with them. Oh, I'll give you 40%, I'll take 60. And then I know the clients. I'll do 60. You do 40%. Let me build this solution for you and do that. I have another talk, this women in cyber security. That one is coming up in May. Or we're already in May. But you should see what the women are doing out there. I want to see the women empowered to do a lot of things in IT. Honestly. Because if you see what the ladies are doing out there, it's wild. Women in cybersecurity, women in tech. It's crazy. I don't know if you've come across them, but they are building real-world solutions and they are really changing the corporate space. So I really want to see them doing a lot. Now, has it resolved the problem that I put there? What has changed? You see this button was crammed like this. And it says Ghana's #1 store. But right now, did I do anything? I only typed that I should make it responsive. Using the right language and words is important in prompting. Don't say, oh, I want it to show big on laptop and show small on phone. It will not understand that. It will give you a different outcome. But I said responsive. Responsive in website development means that across any screen I use it, it should be the same. You understand? So language, even using the right grammar, is also important in prompting. It's something people don't talk about a lot, but it's important. Knowing the right words and names of things is just as important. So let's just scan through. Your toy store is ready. It even gave you a search. Did we ask for a search button? No. But if I'm looking for, what kind of toys do you sell? Let's say, dummy. Oh, race cars, right? If I'm looking for race cars, I should be able to find race cars inside here. So you see, learn and play. So toys that they can use to learn. Birthday bundles. fast delivery. It is giving you your USP. It's called unique selling point. What makes you different from other toy vendors? You have fast delivery, you take mobile money, you are 100% Ghanaian, you are safety certified, and easy returns. Let's say I buy a product, I don't like it, I can return it, Abi. As long as it's within, what, 1 to 2 days. What's your policy? Or you've not drafted that yet, so later. So shop by category. Do you want action figures, dolls, building blocks, board games, outdoor toys for babies or infants? What are the best sellers? Plush toys, these teddy bears, right? Remote control cars. You see, because it didn't have the images that you have, it puts emojis there. But when you are ready, just go and upload your pictures there that you've taken in your shop. Nicely. And if you want the photographer to do it for you, that's my guy right here. He can do your product photography for you sharp. And he puts prices there, right? 65 CDs, you know, all these kind of things, right? All the way down to a newsletter. I don't know if you'll be sending newsletters, but that one is entirely up to you. So let's generate a shareable link, shareable HTML link to view this in full screen. So because we don't have a domain, it's saying I can't create a shareable link. So the only thing we get here is a preview and then the codes. So I'm going to go ahead and download the code. I've downloaded the code. So I have it on my device. So after the session, I'll send it to you and you can use it. But do you like the colors? You don't like the colors, but isn't it for children? Yeah, it's too girly. What? It's too girly. I see. Okay, you or the developer can change the colors later on. But what I want you to do, because I don't want to like expend the credits, you can do all those updates here. Oh, it is too feminine. Make it more gender neutral, and it will do that inside the command here, all the way down to the point where you are satisfied. And that's why I said your prompt must be detailed so that you do it once and for all, so you don't waste credits. So when you do it and you're satisfied, then you download it and then give it to the developer and you take it from there. So that brings us to the end of our session. If there are no questions or contributions, I would like to say this was a successful session. Are we good? All right, thank you very much.